Hi there, welcome to my Camino on a treadmill. This is my day 48. We're doing the Camino on my treadmill in Galway, Ireland. Why, you ask? Because I can. And because I've nothing else to do. Glad we got that out of the way. BK is starting his day 11. Actually, he just called it day 10 there on the graphics, which confused me, but it's definitely his day 11. I'll have to fix that. My God, it's really dark. Let's just see. I can turn up the brightness here. It is really dark though. So here in Galway, Ireland, it is Sunday late afternoon, and it's early in the morning. BK is starting his day 11. It's pitch dark. I've got my sad lamp on, even though it is bright outside. I don't know, overkill. I'm gonna be super happy. Yeah, my happy lamp, gotta call it that. So welcome back. I missed a few days. Man, you'd think doing an hour a day of this would be easy. All depends on how I sleep. If I don't sleep well, I'm not in the mood in the morning. I don't get it done. And then I say I'll do it at lunchtime. If I don't do that, it just keeps slipping. Then I'll leave it too late. Doesn't happen at all. Really, I guess sometimes I wish I went to military school or something, you know. They were talking about that on the radio, actually, on Radio 4. I think I was half asleep when it was on. They were talking about, or somewhere anyway, military school is actually good for people in the long run. I don't think I would have fitted in somehow. I wish I got the discipline and nothing else, not the killing people and running around the place, just getting up early. I guess military school for writers, you know? Just sort of a boot camp for writers. They just shout at you until you, hey, now. Oh my God, I've just hit on something. Writers boot camp, military style. Get some NAM vets and stuff to shout at everyone. Beat them and everything until they write their first novel. They could critique the novel as well in that style. Oh man, I've just hit on a jackpot idea. This could be the idea that makes me millions. Writers boot camp. You could have a poets boot camp too. Be like, man, it really is dark here in Spain. He's super early. As the German guy said to me when I got up too early and woke everyone up, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I say German, Austrian really, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tell you, he looked like him. He looked like he could take on Arnold Schwarzenegger in a fight, put it that way. This is ridiculous. To which I replied, oh, you speak? Because the dude had been ignoring me the day before, so I was like, yeah, that showed him. He could have crushed me with just one of his hands, but anyway, he didn't. I lived to tell the tale. Of course, he overtook me, and we never saw him again. It's not really ridiculous. I'm way slower than you, Terminator, so I had to start earlier. Anyway, BK's got the same idea, or else he's trying to catch up with the lady. Yeah, I tried that once, walked 45 kilometers. Didn't meet her. Or did I meet her later? I talk, of course, of Julia from Rome. I tell you, all I can think of right now is I want to start speaking slower. When I edit these, I go, I'm speaking too fast. Then I run out of words to say. You know? You can hear the bird song here, it's kind of nice. Oh, I'll go up to... No, I might do today slow enough, 1.4. I've hit my hard points for the week. They reset on a Monday. And today is, anyone? Correct, Sunday. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. I know I'm going to work it all out. Which reminds me of, what's the song? Anyone? God, you guys are so uncool. You know, if it was Bruno Mars or something, you'd know it. It's goddamn Velvet Underground, Waiting for the Man. Oh, the sun is coming up now. I'm waiting for the man. Anyone know the first line? Well, it's I'm waiting for the man. No, it's not the first line I'm thinking of. It's later on. Up to Lexington, 125. Feel sick and dirty, more dead than alive. So, anyway, I was in New York. It was the last time I was there. God, I wasn't in great form that time for various reasons. And visiting Christine and Bob, who live in Scarsdale. In, anyone? Correct, Westchester. They had bad COVID numbers early on, but in that area, but I think it's okay. Harlem and Westchester. So I had to go via, anyone? Harlem, correct. To get the train to, anyone? I'll stop saying anyone now. Scarsdale, correct. So, anywho, oh, what are we doing? We're stopping and we're turning around. No, we're just looking around. I should have stopped. Anyway. Yeah, it's kind of foggy, damp-looking Irish weather. Don't particularly like that, mate. I don't know why I slipped into a bad English accent there, but welcome to my mind. It's like the Hotel California. You can always enter, but you can never leave. I think it was better written than that. That's my mind. My mind is Hotel California, at least for me. I'm trapped. I'm hoping to trap you with me. So, up to Lexington 125. I was traveling to Scarsdale in. Come on now, you know this one. Anyone? You, Kelly. Correct. Jesus, well done, Kelly. In Westchester. And I'd go up to 4.8. Why not? Let's live a little dangerously here. So, 4.6. There's something weird about talking about Waiting for the Man, a song about heroin addiction, whilst on a treadmill. It just doesn't compute. It's like I remember here's a name drop here, when I bought my Prius. Here's a bit of a, I'm going to stop. He's stopping, so I'm stopping. When I bought my Prius, this is, what do they call that? Virtue signaling, you know? When I bought my environmentally responsible Prius. So I'm driving into Dublin. I actually had a date that night in my Prius. Oh yeah. So anyway, I'm in a good mood. Always in a good mood when you get a new car. No, it wasn't brand new. Not because I'm poor. Oh, he started again. It wasn't brand new, not because I'm poor, but because I'm environmentally responsible. You see, I could have got a new Rolls Royce if I wanted, or a Jaguar. Oh, he stopped again. But I got a second-hand Prius because that was the right thing to do. And I'm driving in. I had this Rolling Stones best of 500 best singles ever. It's a great compilation. Okay, we're off again. Let's go slow. I'm going, let's just go 4 kilometers an hour. As I said, I hit my hard points for the week. Will I do 2 tonight? Probably not, because I didn't really have lunch today. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. So Lexington 125. I was staying with Erin in Newburgh. She now lives in New Windsor. Haven't seen her new place yet. Saw a picture by the Hudson. She's got, get this, a view of the Hudson, the mighty Hudson. From her, anyone? Correct, window. Well done, God, you guys are doing well today. Oh, he stopped. I'm stopping. What's he up to? Huh? So anyway, I'm enjoying this. I wish he'd stop for the whole thing, but then he'd never get there. What am I going to do? Okay, when I'm on holidays and I stop. Has he stopped moving? And I've no access to a treadmill. I might have to find a gym. No, I can't broadcast from a gym. Can I? No, you should see the setup I have. I've got fancy looking setup, with like a mic with the wind, or what do they call it? Pop shield on it. Okay. And a little red box and a computer. So there. Now, if I were to do it, God, no, from holiday or vacation, as my American friends are wont to say. Okay, we go up to. I would technically could do it on Bandcamp, which I keep talking about. I don't even have an iPhone, so that's not an option. And anyway, technically, I need the setup I have. Okay, back to the story. So, feeling good. Let's go up to 4.4. So anyway, so I'm getting the train from Newburgh. Oh yeah, I was saying Erin has a view of the Hudson. Wow. Looking forward to visiting a new place. Anyway, so I travel down. God, I've got the train so many times now. The Poughkeepsie train. I love the sound of that, Poughkeepsie. Is that like near where Groundhog Day is set? Hasn't that got a similar name? Is that Native American or something else, Poughkeepsie? I don't know. Sounds pretty cool. So I used to get the Poughkeepsie train into Grand Central Station. Oh yeah. Oh man, I love Grand Central. I remember, God, I've been there so many times now. Because like I say, I have friends, well, Erin in Newburgh, and when I stay there, I get the train into Grand Central. And then I travel to often Dennis Inn, anyone, Coney Island. Bit of a hike. So, yeah, God, I have a story about some late night hikes to Coney Island. Yeah, there was one where I went really late because I didn't, from somewhere else in Brooklyn, shall we say, because I didn't want to stay overnight with my date. She wasn't impressed. But that's all I'll say about that. And that's not normally it's not a story I tell a lot. Or it's not the kind of thing that happens to me a lot, but yeah. So I risked my life because, I mean, I was there, I had big suitcases. Anyway, no, I shouldn't be. I'm talking at a school. But yeah, walking through Coney Island, like something with, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., later maybe with big suitcases. Not ideal, I would say. So anyway, I survived. But on this particular occasion, okay. So let's see, what did I do? I got the train in to Grand Central. I then got I was traveling light that time, yeah. God, I'm just thinking, I flew 747 MAX a couple, 2, 3, 4 times to the States before, they discovered, hey, these things crash because of the bastardized technology they put on them. Oh my God, scary. Scary. Anyway, oh God, Tangent City today. Kills the priest. So I get the train in from Newburgh to Grand Central. Then I guess somewhere to way uptown. Harlem, that's uptown, isn't it? High numbers. Oh yeah, and so I get off at the station in Harlem where I'm going to get the connecting train to the Overland or whatever they call it, train to Scarsdale. But I realised the number of the station I'm at, is it like Lexington and 124 or Lexington 126 or something? I'm going, hold on a second. That rings a bell. It wasn't Lexington 125, but it was real damn close. I'm going, is this where I think it is? I get out, I'm like, yeah, of course it is. The song, up to Lexington 125. That's like Lexington and 125th Street. Feel sick and dirty, more dead than alive. I'm not going to try and sing it. He said after trying to sing it. I'm like, I have to go up to that junction. Just have to, So I go up to the junction. I took a picture of the junction. I couldn't really get me at it because you'd need a really low angle to get me in and the cross streets And I'm saying to a guy who's there, standing at the lights, local, I guess, he's just hanging out there. I don't think he was selling drugs. I mean, no, in the song, he goes to that cross street, but he then goes to a building and buys the drugs. And rest in peace, Lou Reed. Of Velvet Underground. What's this on the right? A sign and a shelter with a bench. Okay. And, I don't know, other benches on the left. Maybe there's some cafe nearby, but it's not open. The sun's coming up now anyway. So I say to the guy, hey man, this junction, you know what what song refers to this? Man, I don't know, man. I'm going like, it's the, Velvet Underground, Waiting for the Man. Man, I never heard of that, man. And I'm like, it's like, song from the 60s, Velvet Underground. I wasn't even born then, man. I'm going, I wasn't even born then either, but, So, yeah. What did I expect? I mean, surely I'm not the only pale Irish white man. Maybe I am the only Irish person who did it. I doubt it, though. But the person who trekked to that junction, that cross street, that intersection is the word I'm looking for. What did I expect? Loads of people sitting around going, yeah, this is it. Like not Abbey Street, Abbey Road in London. I went there with my friend Dara, who's now based in Paris. And of course, where the famous picture was taken of, the Beatles crossing the zebra crossing. And of course, got Dara to take a picture. I took one of him. We kind of figured, looking at it, that the place the original picture was taken, were we figuring this out? I think was maybe there's a traffic island just down from it. I figure that might be it. But everybody's taking it from this pavement. You don't get quite the right angle. But everybody's, when they're walking across the road and pausing, in the position as if they're half walking, caught mid-walk for the photo. I don't even know. I saw that one of me, but I think I don't know what it looked like. Anyway, Lexington 125 is definitely not the same vibe. There's no gift shop and stuff. Well, if there was, I suppose. I mean, if there was a drug dealer there, that would be appropriate. Even selling maybe fake, if they could sell fake kind of kits, they don't call it a kit. See, if I was talking to a real smackhead, they'd think, God, you're not the real deal, man. Because I wouldn't call it my kit. I'd call it my... Anyone? I don't know. My works or something. Yeah, actually, that's a line from the song. He's got the works, gives you sweet taste. Which always sounded to me like he's got the works, his usually taste or something. But I think it gives you sweet taste. A man you gotta split because you got no time to waste. And another line is, so yeah, they could be giving out fake works and fake heroin bags just as a kind of selling them like for, $5 a piece or whatever, but it wouldn't really be heroin. Oh, actually, they should not cost $5 books. If anyone who knows the song, what should they cost? $25. Wow. That was a lot of money back then. If he was in the 60s spending $25 on drugs, wow. Sounds like a lot back then. I'm waiting for the man. $25 in my hand. Up to Lexington, 125. Feel sick and dirty, more dead than alive. The words are amazing, aren't they? I mean, just even saying them, like, I'm waiting for the man. So here's another verse. Hey, white boy, what you doing uptown? Hey, white boy, you chasing all the women around. No one said that to me. I wish they did. I wish I was chasing all the women around, all the Harlem women, but I wasn't. Not for want of trying, well, not for, I wouldn't mind doing it, but, where would I start? There's a lot of women in Harlem. So I remember looking for a breakfast in Harlem, and I will say this, it was a late breakfast. I like to try all types of food. Breakfast, though, was not my time for experimentation. So I was there, and a lot of the places around that intersection it was all kind of Caribbean food, I think. And also it was late, it wasn't really breakfast time anyway, but honestly, if I'd found a Denny's, I'd have probably gone in. I've never eaten in a Denny's, actually, but, I know I have an idea what I'd get there. But preferably an old school mom and pop diner, not like a chain. That's kind of what I wanted. Because when it comes to breakfast, I like either an Irish breakfast, an English breakfast, which is pretty much the same thing. Scottish breakfast, throw in a bit of haggis, I can handle that. Just lost all my vegan listeners there, all one of them. Or an American breakfast. Oh man, I love American breakfast. Not the healthiest, but I love the way they do the hash browns there. You just can't get that over here. Hash brown with corned beef, maybe. I love the diners, the traditional looking diners, and say, you okay for coffee? You need a refill? Okay, we don't have that here. And I love, leaving a tip on the table and just dollars, they're all greenbacks, It's just feel like I'm in a movie. I could live there if I had the money to afford proper health insurance, or if I had a union gig editing or something. But kind of missed that train. Don't regret it. If I ever end up there, I'd like to be there as a writer, like Colm Tóibín or Salman Rushdie. Definitely don't want to be looking around myself all the time like Salman Rushdie, though, So, better be careful with what I write, I suppose. That's the lesson there. And, oh man, I'm feeling good now. And it's nice, I'm going 4.4. I've hit my hard points for the week. I'm just taking it easy. So, I know I started off telling another story, which was, oh God, I got totally sidetracked by anyone. Waiting for the man. Oh, boot camp for writers. Hey, we'll get there. As Aaron wrote Aaron say, we'll get you there. Don't know exactly when. So, the time I was on a train that got stuck, the Englishman was saying, do you know what time we got to get there at? We were stuck on a platform waiting for a connecting bus or a connecting train. The guy said, oh, don't worry, we'll get you there. Yes, I knew you'd get me there, but when? Which was exactly what I was thinking, so I was glad someone voiced that perfectly reasonable question. I mean, one assumes they'll get you there, but, the kind of when thing is important too, I would have thought, in this modern world where we're all hustling and bustling around. I was going up to run auditions for my film, Aeroville. Actually, I matched with someone on Tinder today. Yeah, I'm back on. I decided I'd go on again and then quit when I turn 50, which is not that long away. So, might as well go on it when I'm still under 50. Didn't bother with Bumble this time. It's very few women on it. I think I'd just meet the same people, probably. Oh, I tried Hinge. Not having any luck there. I mean, Tinder, if you're in Galway, is about your best bet, but it's awful. loads of spam, and I don't know. Why am I bothering? So, but I matched with someone in Dublin who's, I'm swiping kind of in Dublin area. Had to pay a little for that, but, more options. And I matched with someone nice, chatting to her, and she's not originally from Ireland, but she lives in Dublin though, and learning Irish. So she said, do you speak Irish? I said, yeah, I speak some, and I made a film in Irish even, and I've edited films in Irish. So I'm not Lifa, as I say, I'm not fluent, but yeah, oh, let's stop, he stopped. Oh, he hasn't stopped. Okay. And we're off. So she said, can you show me any films you worked on? And I was thinking, well, I'll send her my film, Ereval, which is in Irish with subtitles. And, something I made that I'm proud of. Won a few awards back in the day. Eh? I've been trading off that for the rest of my life ever since. Not that anyone cares anymore. If you come to Galway in, let's say, like 20 years' time, go to Nocton's Bar, there'll be an old dude there. Yeah, with a beard. I grew a beard during lockdown. I think I'll keep it. But there'll be an old dude. If you see an old dude with a kind of grey beard and a ruddy red face, not too tall, talking about, I made a great film back in the day. Better than the shite that's out there now. That'll be me. Come say hi. Buy me a drink. And I'll bore you senseless with my tales of adventures in the screen trade, followed by an untimely demise. And I'll explain how I'm better than everybody else, but nobody seems to recognize it. So I look forward to that. Look forward to you standing me a drink. Now, where was I? Let's get some water into me anyway. I'm loving this whole walking at 4 kilometers an hour vibe. I wish I could do that every time, but then I wouldn't hit the necessary heart points, which I need to hit. Oh, my phone is going again. So anyway, so I matched with the woman on Tinder. As I said, getting on well, I say, oh, you want to see a film? Here's my film. Send her a link to it on Vimeo. Look it up, Ereval on Vimeo. You'll find it, EIREVILLE. Hopefully you'll like it more than her. All I know is, a short while later I go on Tinder and she's unmatched me. I'm like, is there no end to the indignities I must suffer in the, tail end of my career, my fame? Is there no end? It seemingly not. So that was like, ooh, okay. Of course, could have been other reasons. She could have looked at my pictures again and realized he's just too handsome for me. I mean, I think that's what usually happens. They get intimidated by my good looks and my intelligence and wit. And I can understand that. That's probably what happened. Timing was a bit off though. I send her a link. She could have said, look, I'm about to unmatch you, but just so you know, it's not because your film is shite, because I think your film is amazing. And I think you're amazing. I just think it's rude, They should tell me before they unmatch me, look, I'm intimidated. I say, that's all they have to say. I get it. I get it totally. I said, I would be intimidated if I was you two. God bless. Buen Camino. Anyway, talking shite again. Kelsa breeze. The sun's coming up now. It's lovely here in Spain. It's nice in Ireland, of course. I should be out, but I have to do this bloody Camino. I'm not even a third of the way through, I think. No, I'm not. A third of the way through would be day 54, I think. That's not too bad when you think of it like that, though. A third. Yeah. It'd be nice to try and... pardon my sniffles. They must sound awful if you're listening on headphones or I hope you're not listening in Dolby Surround, something, some fancy setup. I'll try and keep the sniffles to myself. Now I lost my train of thought. So anyway, yes, the indignities of being a once famous filmmaker. Anyone who knows me thinking, sorry, what? Come again? Oh, I was a big shot. In my own head, at least. Well, actually, I'm still famous in my own head. Every day I wake up, and when I come to full consciousness, I'm like, who's this dude? He's impressive. Oh, hold on a sec. It's me. Woo! All right. And then one of my cats comes up to me, Bobby, looking for a cuddle, trying to get me out. I'm like, oh, I got everything. I got me, I got my 2 cats, my treadmill and my sad lamp. As I said, there's a song in there, trying to get out. 2 cats, a treadmill, a sad lamp and me. That's all I got. Writer's Boot Camp. I'll come around to that again. And my other country song is 4 crusty rolls. I bought them in super value in my Cullen. Okay, the meter is off there. 4 crusty rolls, forever on the table in my kitchen. Yeah, needs some work, but 4 crusty rolls, I like it. Based on, anyone? 4 Country Roads by, correct, Big Tom and the Mainliners. Oh yeah. So anyway, yesterday, in my previous episode, I was talking about giving the finger on Belmont Avenue in my car. And I was sort of saying, sometimes if I'm the kind of guy who does it all the time, it makes me douche, as I say in the States. But, I think you can do that at least once in your life and go, that was good. That was fun. The way I did it was quite theatrical. I'm not retelling the story, Anyway, I had my fun. So, going to just quickly check. I think I had some notes for some killer material. When all this is finished, I might make a book out of it. I'd love to do a one-man show, but would I have the guts? We'll see. Got my novel to finish first, and got some other book ideas. So that's my number 1. Words. I'm into the words these days. Just look at Camino topics. Barbara Streisand and me. Yes, I met her once. Tuned in her TV, amongst other things. He said enigmatically. The Mad Hat Woman of Moscow. Now there's a story. Growing a beard. Okay. Little self-indulgent. Nothing wrong with that. Wittgenstein. Ooh. Getting all highfalutin. That's Ludwig Wittgenstein to you. Bergman. Ingmar Bergman. You break my heart, I break your face. That's a quote a guy said to me once in Galway. And then 4 crusty rolls. And then giving the finger on Belmont Avenue. Let's take that off the list. I'll leave 4 crusty rolls on the list. Barbara Streisand and me, I'll save that for when I'm stuck. To keep you listening. Stay tuned. Any day now. The Mad Hat Woman of Moscow. What if I tell that? Okay, let's get some water into me. I think that's today's big story, okay? So, I was in Moscow. Once upon a time. And I was traveling in to Pushkinskaya. And that's where the huge McDonald's was. Was with someone else. Let's not name names. And I was going to, maybe there was a nice shawarma place. They did good shawarma there, near not far from the McDonald's actually. And the McDonald's was weird there. You go in, this is 90s, I was going to say 97, I wish, 92. 92? There is, yeah, 91, 92, 92, let's call it. 93, I don't know, thereabouts, early 90s, and go into the McDonald's, there'd be loads of them. Guys and women at the till, like the workers waving at you to come to them, like they were just so eager to sell you a Big Mac. And but the shawarma place was better, if you ask me. So anyway, that's not the story. I'm on the train. Certain substances may have been smoked, and I'm not talking cigarettes, if you catch my drift. And allegedly, certain substances may have been smoked. And I'm on the train, and I look over, there's a woman with an old elderly lady wearing a fur hat, you know, the classic Russian hats. And she's kind of rubbing her hand around the hat. But she's not kind of, she's actually doing it, rubbing it in a circular motion around the hat. And it's as if it's making all the hairs in the hat go one direction, you know. But I don't know why she's doing it. Look, there's no practical reason. But I kind of smiled, and then she grinned back at me, and then I kind of, I think she kept rubbing it faster and faster and smiling at me. And then I looked back later, a few seconds later, she's still grinning at me and rubbing the hat. And of course, certain substances having been allegedly consumed. Have we stopped? I'm stopping. I love when BK stops. Oh, he's starting again though. Okay. So anyway, I kind of freak out. I'm like, oh my God, she's evil. She wants to eat me or something. I don't know. It's the look she gave me, like, ooh. So I kind of, as I said, I'm with someone, but as soon as the train opened, the doors opened, I started walking ahead fast. And then I looked back, and she's following me. She's kind of going faster than you could imagine a woman of her age moving. And then I'm like, oh God. And I start going fast up the escalator, pushing people out of my way. And I'm about, quarter way up, less the escalators. They feel like about 2 kilometers long, but pardon my snorts. God, I can't help it. So anyway, I look back, and I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I feel like I'm making it up, but she's running up the escalator with a grin on her face. And I went, ah, and ran. Oh man, my sound levels must have gone through the roof there. And I ran like the clappers. And escaped. Actually, why did I think I was going to get half an hour out of that story? I mean, that's it. That's it. I thought there was more to it. I could have spread it out more. Oh, God. Yeah. Poor woman. It was scary for me, but there was something not quite right about her, I'd say. Anyway. I remember meeting a really drunk guy on the bus or the tram near where I lived in North Moscow. Drunk out of his head, older guy, but he was talking to me and then saying, oh, we'll meet at this bus stop tomorrow at noon to continue the conversation. I didn't show up. I suspect he didn't either. I've told my Russian sex tape story, haven't I? Yeah, my producer's nodding at me. Don't go there again. Like any good marketer, I'm making that sound more exciting than it really was, but it was kind of hilarious. Well, I have to keep recycling stories. I'm telling my producer. He's telling me you can't. I'm like, in fairness. As I said, I've only got 11 anecdotes. That's what I should have called the podcast. That would make it sound arty. 11 anecdotes. Heartrending new podcast from James Finlan. Critics are calling. Oh, actually, it'd be like an Oscar. They'll make a film. Maybe we'll make it. A film will be made about this in years to come, and it will actually be called 11 Anecdotes. 11 Anecdotes. A heartbreaking film from the mind of James Finlan. critics are calling 11 anecdotes. Heartrending, beautiful. A film full of affluent white people following their dreams. Yeah. Sound good? Oh yeah. Nomadland. I suppose I better check it out. Didn't it sweep the Oscars or something? I don't give a damn about the Oscars, to be honest, but I suppose I'll check it out. Speaking of, it seems to me like a film about affluent white people, although they're not affluent, right? Because they're all forced to live in their vans. I presume they're not all white. Just I know Frances McDormand is in it. I read an article in the New Yorker by the woman who wrote it. I have to say, I'll watch that film now and I know I'll be like, oh God, I gotta do that. Like, I've got a vision board and on it, yes, correct, I have a vision board. Deal with it. So arrest me, officer, you know? On it I have a beautiful house in North London that I found a picture of in Muswell Park, is that what they call it? I was looking up nice houses in North London because I guess were I to be, if I were a rich man, etc., I would buy a house in North London, Hampstead, thereabouts. Anyway, this one was in Muswell Hill, beautiful looking house, and it's an adapted 1930s house, but it's filmed from behind, or the picture is taken from the back, and it's all redesigned from the back with lots of glass. It looks amazing. So, 2 people ahead of us here on the walk, by the way. They don't have sticks. And I dare say we shall overtake them presently. So, yeah. I am a bit more than halfway through. 20 minutes to go about. Yeah. Oh, 18 minutes to go. Ooh. So there you go. All right. That's strange. How can my treadmill be behind the video? That's ominous. Like, that can't happen. Now I'm worried. Hola. Now I'm genuinely worried. Hold on, 41. Oh my God. I feel like something must have gone wrong for that to happen. So we've stopped and we're looking at, oh, there's all these. Now this is important. Oh, sorry now. I'm stopping. I just can't see right with the sat lamp, but there's all these prayer ties, I think. There's all these things, ribbons tied onto this fence. That rings a bell. There's some place, it's much later, I started again, bloody hell, where you, oh, you know what's happened now? Oh my God. My power has gone and my treadmill stopped. So, what am I going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to detach. Oh no, I have to stay near the mic. Okay. Okay, you know, I'll just kind of move my legs. I don't know. This is, well, you know what, I'll just, no, I'm going to have to stop and start again. And I'm worried because my video feels like it's out of sync as well. Okay. Let's stop and start. I'm going to restart at 45 minutes. So, yeah. Apologies for this. I've totally lost. I mean, it's all gone now. I had so much good stuff lined up to tell you. And then I got distracted because there's something wrong with my video anyway. It's out of sync. And then my treadmill stopped. See, it trips the switch every so often. Okay. What I'm going to do is pause. Okay, I'm just going to pause here at 44:53. Okay. Bear with me. And we're off. Apologies for that. I wonder, was it me stopping and starting the treadmill that did that? I don't know. So now, I've totally lost my train of thought. Next time that happens, I'm just going to leave the video running, leave the recording running, run out, restart, come back. So, because it only takes a few seconds. So at this stage now, I'm kind of thinking my video, going to have to resync it in the middle, but I have a feeling the first half is out of sync too. What can you do? What can you do? I'm walking here. Anyway, I was talking about Russia, being chased by a mad woman with a hat, as you do. And then I was talking about going to Lexington 125, the scene of the Velvet Underground song, en route to Scarsdale. And then I was talking about lots of things. Boot camp for writers and poets. Yeah, I don't think I can get that much out of that. And looks like I'm going to have to look up another topic. Bear with me. Normal service. Growing a beard. Nah, couldn't be bothered with that. Wittgenstein. All I know about him is a film by Derek Jarman. Great film, I love it. Found it for free on YouTube recently. Ingmar Bergman. Need to think about that one, but yeah, I like. You break my heart, I break your face. That's the guy I met with my friend Matthew years ago in Galway. We were out in Eyre Square or something. We met a guy who lived beside me at the time, but I didn't know that. He was drunk. He kept talking. That was his catchphrase. You break my heart, I break your face. Kind of a violent catchphrase. Although, he didn't break anyone's face that day. Somehow he was talking about the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia. He was saying, you don't fuck with those guys, I tell you. Don't know why I'm telling you this. Okay, I'm meandering now. I'm meandering big time. I was thinking today about that whole not Anthony DeMello. Let's talk about him sometime. He's great. But Anthony Hopkins. His whole, I accept everything and I expect nothing. I find I'm still doing that a lot more than I used to, without even realizing it. And then certain things trouble me. I'm like, oh, why can't I have this or that? And then maybe I just got worn out with resisting, reality. And, I was talking about my vision board, wasn't I? That's what I was talking about. Speaking of reality, because, people say you can visualize and get a better life. But a lot of those philosophies, they've been around since at least the 19th century. They're all based on kind of acquisition. And it's not... I know people who practice that and, don't get all the things they want, or still they're talking about being a millionaire, but they're taking their time about it. I know someone who never wanted to entertain any bad thoughts, but then she got cancer. I hope she's okay now, but she left it too long because she was, no, I don't believe that, everything is fine. So, I don't know. My vision board, I'd made it on a Tantra course I was on with a woman called Jan Day in England. Well, I did her, we've stopped now. I did the Tantra course, but before that I did her New Year's Eve Power, Passion, Energy. Is it PP? Whatever, Power, Passion, something. Love, PPL, Power, Passion, Love. How could I forget the last one? And made a vision board. I was making jokes a lot, too much. But then on the other hand, I'll never be one of the completely po-faced so-called spiritual types. One thing about that course, there were 60 people on it, everyone was white. I'm just observing that. That's the way it is, though. As Mark Norman said, well, maybe it's just white people shit. don't know. I guess it is white people shit. Anyway, I'm tangent city today, totally. What I'm trying to say is, on my vision board, so I have this nice house in North London, but it actually represents the house I already have, as well as a potentially, bigger, nicer house in North London. To be honest, depending on if I stay single, then a nice apartment in Hampstead would be perfect. Anyway, but so that house represents a future house and the house I have, which is nice. And but then I also have on it this mini micro home set somewhere it looks like Colorado or somewhere in Arizona, the west of America. That's what it looks like, that area. And, middle of nowhere, mountains. Like I'm drawn to that as well, which is, one represents stability and home as an anchor, which was the last thing to go on my vision board, which is interesting. For some people, that would be the first thing, I imagine. And then the last one was, the freedom one. So the micro home represents sort of freedom. There's also a big yacht just sailing. Oh, yeah. Anyway, today has just been a weird, I was going to say vision quest, a weird walk. Got 9 minutes left. I still feel like I'm going to run 2 minutes short. Now, why do I think that? Because the video was longer than the treadmill, and that's not possible. I'm really fixating on this, but it really isn't possible. Man, unless, I don't know. It's bugging me, big time. Today has just been, what can I say? Feel free to tune out. Tomorrow will be better. I just have to get through this now. I'm just wondering, do I walk an extra 2 minutes? I don't think so. It is what it is, as they say. But overall, feeling good and positive. And like I say, sometimes life, I get frustrated, I get impatient, I want things in my life that aren't happening. But I'm like, you know what? I'm writing my book, that's up on the vision board. And I changed the image for that twice because the book changed, but I have an image of the Antoine character, Antoine Dronel from Truffaut films up there, the older Antoine. And that's helped the book because that's my character, Cormac Murphy. Somehow that just resonates with him, that image that suits. It's working for me, So we're coming up behind two people here. They've got their sticks out. We're on an incline. And gravelly road, a rocky kind of road. Somewhere between Villafranca, Montes de Oca and San Juan de Ortega. He said, pronouncing it perfectly, I dare say. So, they won't let us past. I started off thinking this was going to be one of my epic performances. And now I'm like, I don't know what's going on anymore. And I'm just fixating on the fact that I must be 2 minutes short. Do I walk 2 minutes more at the end? Nah. I don't know. We'll see. Na 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 na. I'm looking at my time on the recording thing. It says 1686. Oh, that's bars. Hello, Buen Camino. That's bars. Oh, that's really useful. What am I, Beethoven or something?
Good morning.
Good morning. BK just keeps motoring on. As I said, I'm not Beethoven. I haven't a clue, you know. I know what bars are, but they're not much use to me now. Bars are places you go for a drink, eh? Ha ha. Well, that was good. I'm sorry I told people to tune out. I just made a great crack. They're a great joke. Joke. Lovely golden sun coming from sort of, behind and to the left a little. That's good. Certainly don't want it to the right, as I'm always telling you. That would mean we're going the wrong way. So anyway. 2 cats, a treadmill, a sad lamp and me. Waiting for the man. Well, there's the moon again. I'm not going to call it a planet, but it looks tiny. Can the moon ever look that small? I don't think so. You know what? Don't believe anything I say. Don't listen to me for advice on anything, okay? I know nothing. Nada. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Where are we doing time-wise? I don't know how I'm going to sync this up if I'm 2 minutes short. Anyway. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If it weren't so expensive, I'd be better off dead. It's a line from John Prine. Great line. No, it's not how I'm feeling right now. I'm just discombobulated, that's all. So there we go, the moon, or a planet. It's not a planet. So it must be the moon, right? It's not a comet. We'd have heard about that. Halley's Comet? Is it Halley's Comet? No. God, I remember... No, because that's every 76 years, and I was alive when it first passed. I was on an astronomy course around that time. In Dublin, we made a video about Halley's Planet, or Halley's Comet. That was fun. I was so full of crap back then. No, really, more than now. What can you do? So, let's get the fan on low anyway. Yeah, today's a write-off. What can I say? Absolute write-off. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Don't know if anyone's listening. If you are, apologies. Today is possibly the worst episode ever. And it started with such promise. We're overtaking someone else now. Gotta like BK, he just keeps on motoring. Just remember that Ford truck ad from when I was in the States. I'm a Ford truck man. That's all I drive. Don't need no rules. No compromise. Yeah. Cool song, eh? Catchy. So, oh yeah, someone sent me a bumper sticker, a picture of a bumper sticker. A guy driving an SUV in California with a big gas-guzzling SUV. On the back it says, I identify as a Prius. Slightly more nuanced than the one I saw in New York with Jersey plates. It said, fuck your Prius. I have a Prius, but I was just amused that somebody's that angry about a Prius. At least the first one you might say is funny, but fuck your Prius. Well, it's funny that someone would go to that effort. Anyway, how are we doing time-wise? I just want to end this, man. 59, 19, 20. Okay, nearly there. Apologies for today. Apologies for the whole thing, but I ain't quitting. I ain't going nowhere. So, got my cousin-in-law, if that's the right term, John Snee, is a listener, and my other cousin, my first cousin once removed, Mossy Farrell, is an occasional listener. So I got to keep going for my fans, you know, all 2 of them. Anyway. Oh, this lovely red road and trees on each side of us. And Just that beautiful golden sunlight. You rarely see that here. And that kind of reddish, clay. The ground is made of that reddish kind of clay that we don't get here. And stones and whatnot. Okay, how we doing? Okay, we've hit an hour. Do I walk for 2 more minutes just to make up the time? Correct, I don't. Okay, so thank you for walking along with me. And I shall see you tomorrow. God bless. Buen Camino.